They have, the skills competition home run champion Josiah Anchetta on their lineup. He's been playing well all tournament, and the momentum they have coming into the playoffs, especially after dropping one game. I think that Canada's the team to beat, and we'll just have to see what happens later today.
So a fielder's choice will reach Davis as Noah Gomez gets put out for the first out of the game. Yeah, going back to that whole Canada story, the story of them has been phenomenal. They dropped every single game last year in the World Series, coming here and becoming undefeated in the pool play, and a chance to play an extra 2 games as Lawless pops that one up. It's going to be an infield fly. I'll stay in the infield. So 2 outs.
Now batting number 2, Jaden Shaw.
And Jaden Shaw will come up to bat.
Yeah, we love a good story. Tons of good stories here at the Filipino World Series. From Team Canada, coming back from last place in the 2024 edition to this year being one of the favorites. And the throw down to third is going to be dropped by the third baseman as a runner comes home for Team Hymes. 1-0 is the score.
A double steal for that. And then the fielding error, so E2 will score the runner and advance Davis. And Hymes has an early lead. It's the pitch from Renata, taken on the outer part for strike number 2 with a runner at third.
The other story I was going to get to is with Team Hawaii's the passing of the late Lad Panisse. Ball up the middle to the shortstop, fielded well, but the throw is high and to the left of the bag. Another run is going to score, and the runner will get a free bag.
Number 12, Joaquin Happy Ramirez.
2-0 SoCal Hymes.
So Happy Ramirez pitched in a game earlier this tournament.
A real two-way player. Don't you say, Jonas?
Yes, I would say that. I believe he was one of the competitors in the home run derby, if I'm not mistaken. He's able to swing the bat well. He had a solid outing, too, with SoCal Hymes. Curious if we can get you those numbers from that last outing.
We will as soon as we have them. Just to put a bow on that story, the MVP trophy this year is named for that late Hawaii coach, Lad Panisse. So we're looking forward to awarding that later tonight to, whoever it may be, to hoist the championship trophy and then determine who that MVP will be. Happy ropes one over the first base line and drops right in front of the right fielder who hits the cutoff, but not before a run will score.
So a single for Ramirez, RBI single.
Dillinger Sanchez.
Shaw will score from first, and Dillinger Sanchez comes up, and SoCal Hymes has almost batted around their entire order.
SoCal Hymes this tournament, we've been noting how they like to come from behind and play at a loss. They're hungrier in that position. Maybe they're switching the strategy here, Jonas, scoring early and trying to maintain a lead rather than come back.
So the back pick there, unsuccessful. As Tolley not able to field it cleanly, but Ramirez able to stay at first, keep the inning alive as Sanchez takes that one on the outer part of the plate. It'll be a 1-1 count. Ramirez takes his lead. Renata checks the runner, kicks and fires. It'll be 2-1. Yeah, handing out the trophy, the MVP trophy, later tonight is going to be a absolutely tearjerker of a moment. As that one will be eaten by Henderson, and
now batting number 8, Brian Strasburger.
Sanchez gets on for Brian Strasburger. Sometimes all it takes is just a handful of singles to keep your team going.
Yeah, I think, it happens a lot in the 2-out situation. everyone's just playing small ball, especially the batter, just trying to put the barrel on the ball. And when you start to simplify the game, that's when it starts to go your way, honestly, if you ask me. Another foul ball. Still 0-2, 2 away.
So Renata trying to work out of this inning. He is a strike away from doing so. With the runner in scoring position, trying to keep this lead to 3. That one gets lined down. It'll bloop for a hit. Ramirez going to get rounded. The throw home is going to be cut off. Sanchez goes to third. Strasburger has an RBI single, and this lead
continues to grow.
Absolutely.
That hit was almost in the exact same spot as Happy's hit, just one batter ago.
Now batting number 6, Phineas Quimbao.
So Quimbao come up to the plate, and I think that they are also hitting 10. SoCal Hymes, at least. So the back pick to first, unsuccessful, throw overthrown. Sanchez is going to run home. Strasburger is going to stay put. And these costly errors add up for the defense.
Smart play by the base runner there at first, though, noting that the dropped pickoff attempt was not in a position for him to take second, as they'll take ball 1.
That one taken high, another back pick.
Man, I don't know what it is, Jonas, but I see a lot of players losing their hat just about every time they make a play. You think they're getting too big, the size?
Maybe. I know we were talking with head coach Bill Pickett, so the throw down will not be in time, and it's overthrown. Lee wasn't able to field that cleanly. I'd be curious to see how his arm's feeling today. He threw a masterful game last night to try and finish it out. Ended up with the loss, but pitched very well in that game. So that one runs inside, and it's going to hit Quimbao.
Now batting number 16, Noah Danga.
The other thing, since we're talking about gear, not only headgear, but have you ever seen so many accessories on a baseball field? I just think it's astonishing every year. I mean, everyone with their oven mitts and new Evo shields for your wrists and your ankles. The protection level is a lot better than when I was playing, Jonas.
Me too. I mean, I only played in Little League, so we never had any of those leg guards or anything like that. But I will say, with the way the game is improving and the technology and people throwing a lot faster, it's definitely better to have more protection. The game of baseball is, I don't want to say dangerous more than ever, but it's definitely a lot more room for error, as Danga will ground that one out. So Hawaii gets out of the inning, but they let up 5, and they bat around the order. SoCal Hymes will take the field when we come back.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay, you're so good at this.
I know.
What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So, Janelle, thank
Yeah,
you.
so fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Bottom of the first. Welcome back into the Golden TV broadcast booth. Henry alongside Jonas here with you, bringing commentary on today's... blanking on the word.
Team Hawaii, number 5,
of the tournament.
Yes, their final game of the tournament, the consolation bracket. That's the word I was looking for. As a wrestler, I really should know more about my brackets, playing in all the tournaments that I did.
Or just playoff game 2 if you'd rather, for simplicity.
That is true. Ian Tagiam getting the call on the bump for SoCal. Hymes looking to keep the lead right where it's at. We'll bring you the starting lineups for Team Hawaii shortly as that one's taken on the inside part. Kiana Henderson leading it off, followed by Riker Lee and JJ Kalanui, followed by Jane Picarium, Liam Tolley, Lucas Tabuena, Matt Villagracia, Andrew Respicio, Polani Urias, and Jaron Renata is the starting lineup for the team in green. And I really like the color waves of these jerseys this year.
Me too, Jonas. Last year, you've been hearing us talk about it, but it was really difficult. We only had like 3 main colors and had to distinguish by sleeves or like the logo above the number on the back. But this year we do have a great variety. Hawaii was rocking the greens last year also, and I think SoCal was still in blue, as they are this year. But personally, like I said, I really like those NorCal Ube purple jerseys.
Ube purple jerseys are definitely up there as one of my favorites, as that one's taken low and the count will fall to full. I think for my favorite jersey of the tournament, it's definitely the Hawaii. The Hawaii green is just, there's something so clean about it. But that Avrahami baby blue, I mean, you see it now. I'm wearing a light blue shirt as Henderson draws that walk.
Now batting number 2, Riker Lee.
And there's just something that's so clean about the baby blue jerseys with the Filipinas.
Oh, we were talking about it off air, about our favorite baby blue jerseys in the MLB, and I think we heard Philadelphia from someone else here in the booth, but Kansas City Royals have my favorite baby blue, as the first pitch is coming up here to...
First pitch was on the outside corner for
1-0
ball. I think personally my favorite baby blues are obviously the Blue Jays, but I do have a soft spot for Toronto in my heart. It's my favorite stadium I've been to out of all 30. It's definitely up there for me. But St. Louis's baby blues are absolutely phenomenal as well. 1-1 count as Tagium disengages.
As you know, we're here at LA Valley College, so who could forget about the LA Dodgers as the ball is flipped and SoCal Hymes turns to...
They call him out, a 4-6-3 double play. Beautiful flip there by the second baseman,
now
though, keeping
9,
the double
JJ
play hopes alive.
Kalanui.
I think in a double play, the flip is one of the most important parts of it. I mean, if your guy has to bobble it, he has no time to make that throw, especially here in Philippines baseball group, where we really try to emphasize that hard 90 run on the base paths between home and first and all the bases. But as I was saying, the LA Dodgers have a hidden jersey from their time in Brooklyn, their own baby blues, which, would be cool to see one day.
Those jerseys are definitely up there for one of the nicer jerseys, as that sweeper doesn't fall for a strike. It'll go to a 1-1 count after Kalanui fouled that first pitch back. So Hawaii having a little bit of a tough run, 1-1 going into last night, leading for most of the game. They led up until the top of the 7th inning, which Avrahami then put up 3 runs in the 7th, and an inside the park home run led to that winning run as they get the ground out. So 3 up 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. At the end of an inning, SoCal Hymes still leads by 5.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know.
What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So Janelle.
Now batting number 11, Noah Gomez.
So Noah Gomez getting the nod back up, and the lineup flips over as Gomez walked and got put out at third on the fielder's choice by Brandon Davis. As Renata's still in to pitch. That one will fall for a ball. It'll be 1-0. That one swung on and drilled by Gomez, but stays foul. So a long strike makes the count fall to 1-1. So first pitch was at 10:30, meaning this game will end at 12:30. It is a hard cap at 2 hours for the game. And then for the semifinal games, that's 1 and 4. It'll be MLB rules, no re-entries, and only hitting 9. That one falls in there for a strike. It'll be a 2-2 count. So the pitch from Renata falls into the left-handed batter's box. Count will go full. And as we await the payoff pitch for Gomez. Payoff pitch inside. It'll be ball 4. Not sure if that hit him, but it's a walk nonetheless. And Gomez still yet to register.
Now batting number 20,
an at-bat.
Nolan Johnson.
So Nolan Johnson comes up, stole a base and singled, scored a run back in the first inning. And at this rate, Hymes is going to have all 10 of their guys hit 7 times. That's going to be 70 plate appearances at this rate.
If you can get another at bat, you should, and it's a part of the whole development aspect of Philippine baseball group. As the pick attempt to first is no good. Philippine baseball group, like I said, they emphasize the development, not only the recognizing talent and getting them here to the Filipino World Series, but development, and 70 at bats sounds like development to me.
Absolutely, I think there's something where there's some sort of scientific study where you need to take 10,000 reps of something to become a pro, or 10,000 hours of it, and getting 70 at-bats for this team would definitely...
I've heard that same story, Jonas. Yes,
Closer.
I think it's like you can master any skill of 10,000 hours of training or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That one popped up by Johnson, not happy with himself, going to go to shallow left field, camping under it is Respicio, and he makes the put out for
number 13, Brandon Davis.
First out of the inning, and Brandon Davis reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base, and scored a run. And on that fielder's choice, Noah Gomez was put out at third. Pickoff not successful as Gomez retreats back to the bag. And we'll get you the defensive alignment for Hawaii and Hymes here fairly shortly. Runner goes, ground ball to third base. That's going to sneak under the glove of Villagracia. And Davis.
Now batting,
Records a
number
single.
7, J.D. Lawless.
So the defensive alignment, as you saw Villagracia in the hot corner, but starting in the outfield, going from left to right. Andrew Respicio, J.J. Kalanui, and first name for you, Lucas Tabuena, will be the starting 3 in the outfield. That one a long strike by J.D. Lawless. Villagracia at third, Henderson at short, Riker Lee in second, and Tolley will be third. Behind the dish is Pakampara, and on the bump, as you've heard, is Jaden Renata, as that one goes foul, and it'll quickly fall to an 0-2 count. So that one's going to be popped up. Camping under it is Kalanui, and 2 are now retired. Runners don't tag. And so
Now
Lawless
batting, number 2,
falls
Jaden
to
Shaw.
0-2 as Jaden Shaw, our second baseman, will step back in. So that pitch is going to fall right down Broadway for strike number 1. And the breaking ball has definitely been working for Renata early.
Yeah, good movement here. I think he figured it out after that first inning. He kind of was leaving it out over the plate a little too much. What would you say in that first inning? I think that was the difference with, or like the reason Hymes kind of made him pay for it.
Absolutely. You can't hang him on over the plate. Catch too much plate, catches too much field. And that was the case there in the first inning. But I think Renata's finally finding his groove and finding the zone a little bit more. His stuff's finally working. Because that one's popped up to shallow, giving chase. It's going to fall. And Gomez will score. Everyone is safe. Davis goes to third. Gomez scores.
Now
And Shaw reaches on
Joaquin Happy Ramirez.
a bloop single as Happy Ramirez, a lefty slugger, will take the plate.
He's 1 for 1 today with the single in the first, as a foul ball will roll down the third base line.
So Dillinger Sanchez on deck, recorded a single and a run. Ramirez earlier today had a single with an RBI as well as a run. That one's going to be taken for strike number 2. It'll be 0-2, and Renata still trying to work out of this one.
You know, the previous play, the bloop that got the runner on first, swing and a miss there from Happy. The side will be retired.
So we'll have to come back to what you were going to say right after this break.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that.
Yeah, I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the fourth block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like saying that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So, Janelle, thank
Yeah,
you.
so fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Now batting
Bottom
for
of the
Team Hawaii,
second.
number 8, Jaden Pakariam.
So bottom of the second here, Jaden Pakariam, the catcher, steps up for his first plate appearance today, as Hawaii has a 6-run deficit to cut, and they only have 90 minutes to do so. So Tagiam still in for a second inning of work. Had a very productive first inning. That one swung on and missed. So Pakariam last night, walk, strikeout, single, and a flyout in foul territory. He's looking to avenge his day at the plate. And now you played baseball growing up, obviously. Did you ever have that time where you'd play the late night game and the early morning game? And how was that as a player?
Personally, I never played much of the club ball or like really packed seasons like that. The most demanding schedule I think would be I played in a as that pitch is in for ball 2, played in a invitational tournament in Thailand with a couple other Southeast Asian countries represented, and the most we had was a doubleheader, but I don't have a late night and early morning game on under my belt.
So that curveball gonna find
Now
the
batting
the part of the zone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Pakariam goes down, looking on strikes for the first out of the inning, and Liam Tolley gonna step back up.
But I imagine that the time management that you need to be able to, perform your best in these kinds of situations of scheduled late and early is, sleep is the most important, and then your nutrition, and then just, I guess keeping your mind right, not maybe visualizing what you want to do in the next game, and also like taking home lessons from the night game, whether that was a win or a loss, but taking that into the next game is very important.
So 2-1 count as that pitch misses outside. And it's going to sound cliche, but I always remember whenever I'd go and take like a big test at school, my parents would always say, you need to eat a nutritious breakfast. Eggs, and just good nutritional food. And I'm pretty sure that was probably the same message here. That can also keep your mental stability clear.
Big breakfast guys in the booth.
Absolutely.
Most
is that
important
one.
meal.
Taken on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2, and the count will fall full. So Tagiam battling back after a 3-1 count. The payoff pitch taken low and outside, and Tolley will draw a walk for Lucas Tabuena.
Now batting number 15, Lucas Tabuena.
So Tabuena, who only pinch ran after and ended up getting picked off last game as that one finds the inner part of the plate. It'll be 0-1.
We can hop it, says the pitcher.
So it'll be an 0-2 count. And Tagiam looking to stay productive. He's only thrown 26 in these 2 innings, and that's kind of right or little more than where you want to be as a pitcher. I think the general rule of thumb is about 15 pitches an inning. if I'm not mistaken. Give or take. That one's taken up high. A 2-2 count, runner on first, 1 out. As Tabuena waits the pitch from Tagium. Kicks and fires. That one's going to be taken low. Runner stays. And counts back up to full. So Tagium looking in, checks the runner, kicks and fires, and catches the lower part of the zone for the second strikeout looking today.
Now batting number 11, Matt Villagracia.
That was maybe a little bit of a late call by the home plate umpire, but a strikeout call nonetheless. And Tagium already has 2 strikeouts on his day as Matt Villagracia checks in. That one will be roped foul. Now for the base runners, I can only imagine how hard it is to try and steal off of a lefty pitcher, constantly looking at you when coming set.
It'll definitely be more difficult on that first base side, but you kind of have an advantage when you get around the horn to third.
Absolutely, and we'll see here if Coley does end up going as that one's chopped foul. And Tagium is just 1 strike away from getting out of the second inning. But Hawaii has a lot of ground to make up.
I was just going to say, I don't know if Hymes needs to be worried about picking off a Hawaii runner right at this moment. Just focus and throw it over the plate.
And there's the 3rd strikeout. So Tagium will essentially strike out the side with a walk in the middle. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base at the end of 2. Hawaii is up by 6 here on the PBG network.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know.
What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So, Janelle,
Yeah,
thank you.
so fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Now batting for Team SoCal Hymes, number 1, Dillinger Sanchez.
So Dillinger Sanchez checks back in at the plate for the 2nd time today as Hymes is up by 6. New arm on the mound for Team Hawaii as Caden Grotto gets the call to try and stifle the Hymes offense as that curveball just slips out of the hand. It'll be a 1-0 count. We'll get the final numbers for you here shortly for Jaron Renata, as well as pitch count. I'll take it on the outside. It'll be a 2-0 count. So the pitch from Grotto swung on, drilled by Sanchez. That'll go to center field, giving chase and camping under as Kalanui as he'll retire Sanchez easily for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 8, Brian Strasburger.
And Brian Strasburger
Just under an hour to play here.
This hour and 20 minutes, I believe. That curveball really just fell off a table and right into the strike zone. Or an 0-1 count.
Like we said, the pitcher for Hawaii, he's figured it out even this early in his outing.
That one's going to get over the head of Respicio as he's the new arm in left field. And Strasburger is going to be held at second. It's a stand-up double for Strasburger, and Hymes, their offense and bats just keep roaring.
Now batting number 6, Phineas Kiambao.
So one Respicio comes out for the other in left field.
Yeah, Ken on that play just now, fielding the ball hit from Strasburger.
So that one feathered in there for strike number 1. And Cadal Avaro takes over in right field. And Jason Twining takes over for Liam Tolley at first base. Everything else stays the same.
Twinning, I wonder if he's big T guy. You know what I mean?
Why do you say that?
That's one of the largest tea companies, Twinnings. See if he can use that and get some good defense going here for Team Hawaii.
Maybe use that and get us some iced tea up here in the booth as well.
We need it. It's an early day. It's a long day here. The final day of play here in the Filipino World Series.
Game number 2 out of the total 5 games coming up today. You see it here on the bottom of your screen as SoCal Avrahami takes on NorCal Ube at 1 p.m. Team Canada will be facing off, I believe it's SoCal Rincover after the Hawaii loss last night. Winner of those 2 games will face each other in the finals tonight at 7 p.m. That 12-6 curveball just misses the mark. It'll fall to 1 and 2. Grado checks the rudder on second, kicks and fires, swung on in foul territory. That's going to stay foul. And if that was fair, that ball could have been trouble. We'll redo the count at 1 and 2. So Phineas Kiambao trying to make something happen as that one just misses its mark on the outer part of the plate. Great pitch location there.
And like you said on those foul balls, having played some outfield myself, it's an interesting position in the outfield. You're kind of hoping and praying the ball will come to you so you have a chance to make a play on the ball. But when those balls are out of play and they're close to the line of foul, personally, I was always hoping they'd run foul just to save my team the headache of, an insider.
Absolutely. That one sneaks away from Pakampara. And Strasburger is going to get down to third base without a fight. As now the next runner will be 90 feet away. You have to wonder, is there going to be a mercy rule that comes into effect? We saw a mercy rule earlier in the tournament from SoCal Avrahami winning 24-13. I believe it was NorCal Lenka, but Kiambao gets sent down, swinging on strikes for the second out of the inning, and Noah Denga, comes up to
now
the plate.
batting number 16, Noah Denga.
So Denga grounded out 4-3. It's for those of you who are new to baseball or not well versed in keeping score with baseball. Each position has a number. Pitcher is 1, catcher is 2, first baseman is 3, second is 4. And now the weird thing, you'd think shortstop is 5, but third base is actually 5. Shortstop is 6. 7, 8, and 9 are left field, center field, and right field, respectively. So a 4-3 ground out means a ground out to the second baseman, thrown over to the first base for a put out. That one is taken for a 1-1 count.
Thanks for explaining that, Jonas. I mean, it's honestly not a dying art, but maybe like a lesser appreciated art, the art of scorekeeping baseball games. And I've had it told to me that, baseball is hard to follow and possibly downright boring to some. But if you learn to keep score, it can also be math.
Absolutely. And it's a lot of fun keeping score, going to a ballpark with a couple of your friends. Last week, I had a friend that was in town from New York who went to the Angels game against Seattle. And Paccampara wanted that call for strike 3, but the count would fall to even 2, or a full count. And there's something cool that's just sitting at the game with your friends, chatting it up and keeping score. That's a lot of fun, as that one doesn't find the corner. It'll be ball 4, and Panga will reach base. And
Yep, Jonas, you're right. There really is
Now
nothing like
batting
it.
number
Summer
3,
baseball,
Ian Taguillon.
keeping score just to keep your mind in the game. But for those of you that don't keep score, baseball games are still a great environment to be around.
so Ian Taguillon comes in to bat, I believe. As the pitcher now taking some hacks. Here's the lineup rolls over. Noah Gomez on deck. So I'm wondering if he'll flip down to the 2 spot. So
Fake to third and throw to first from the pitcher.
now I know in high school, I believe you can. It's in essence, it's actually a balk if you would go up to the pro levels and in college. But you can fake to third and then throw to first. That would be called a balk in other leagues, but in high school, that is still completely legal as Taguillon.
Jonas, I like it. I like the fake to third and throw to first. It keeps people more engaged, and I say always just let the boys play.
That would be a lot of fun. That one by Taguillon. Lee makes a great play, but the throw's not going to be in time. Everyone's going to be safe. And Strasburger scores. The score will now fall to 8-0 in favor of Hymes.
Number 11, Noah Gomez.
And Noah Gomez comes up. I believe for Noah Johnson. We'll see who comes on deck. So I think what's happening is that they just wanted to give Taguillon an at-bat. Lineup's going to stay the same as Gomez ropes that one. That's going to fall in the left center gap. Rounding third will be Danga. Staying at third will be Taguillon. And a stand-up double for Noah Gomez. Gomez.
Now batting number 20, Nolan Johnson.
So you were right, Jonas. He did push Nolan Johnson down into the 2 spot.
Well, Nolan Johnson is usually staying in the 2 spot. I'm curious, and everyone said I believe they just got Ian an at-bat.
Yeah, it's the last day, we're just trying to get everyone the playing time that they deserve. They flew out here. A lot of people traveled from far away, so you want your boy to get his looks, and I totally understand the move from the coaches on both teams.
Absolutely.
Now batting number 13, Brandon Davis.
It's 9-0 is the score in favor of Hymes.
That mercy rule you mentioned might just come to effect. We're still waiting for word whether that is, in effect here in the Filipino World Series.
Absolutely. So, Taguillon, the runner on third.
But with 2 outs and bases loaded, the defense really just needs to get the ball in play and step on the nearest bag.
So ground ball, you can throw to anywhere as that one finds the outer part of the plate for a 1-1 count. And yeah, like you said, I would not be surprised here if they induce some weak contact and try to get Grotto to throw low. in this inning. He's thrown over 20 pitches this inning. As a pitcher, that can be a little demoralizing. J.D. Lawless, the catcher on deck. That one going to be flied out to right field. Camping under it is Zavarro. And he makes the catch for the F9 putout. So Hymes tacks on another 2 in the inning. And Hawaii will come back and swing the lumber after this break.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the fourth block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So, Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Ben Respicio grabs the bat as he's set to lead off. It'll be Respicio, Urias, and not Renata anymore as he was been taken out. So it'll be Caden Grotto that will come in to hit for Renata. Is what it looks like. And we saw Polani Urias pitching yesterday, actually went 1.1.
Number 10, Andrew.
1 hit,
Respicio.
2 runs, both earned, 6 walks, no strikeouts, had 2 hit batters and 43 pitches. So a little bit of a rough outing for him yesterday, but he looks to swing the bat when he's due up next. He's on deck right now. Actually, it might be Andrew Respicio. That one's going to fly down. And Dillinger
now
will
batting number 1,
keep that one.
Polani Urias the 4th.
Colin Quattro. Frank Urias the 4th will come up to the plate for Team Hawaii now.
And so that was actually Andrew Respicio that flew out. So Ben Respicio should be out of this game if it's true re-entry rules. But then again, we are playing Constellation, trying to get everyone at bats, and that one's not going to fall. New pitcher on the mound, actually, for SoCal Hymes. So we will get that to you fairly shortly. And it's Brian Buenafe that comes back on.
The 2-0 pitch.
So Buenafe doesn't get that one to fall. And listen to the Hawaii bench. They were like this all game yesterday.
And that second out is going to be recorded after the foul ball is
now batting number 7,
taken in
Jared
by
Renata.
Shortstop, it appears. Jared Renata up to bat now for Hawaii.
So still getting the at-bat at least, so he'll fall to the designated hitter spot as that pitch is taken high. So Ryan Bourne, if he came in this inning. Final numbers for Ian Tagium. 2 walks, 3 Ks, no runs, no hits, and all in 2 innings.
Great outing for the starting pitcher from SoCal Hymes.
And if you're Hymes, that's the outing that you want. That's the great ways. You're already up by 9 going into the third, and you want to use your relievers to try and keep the pressure and keep tacking it on as long as you can. They only have about another hour left to play, so we'll be curious to see if they do call the mercy rule as that one's taken inside. And Renata draws the walk.
Number 5, Kaena Henderson.
And Kaena Henderson comes back up, walked and got thrown out in that 4-6-3 double play, which I believe that double play, still talking about it, still on my mind. That flip from the second baseman, I think he was like kind of on his butt and just able to flip it up with his glove. Beautiful as that one laced into left field, giving chase. Camping under it is Davis, and he will retire Henderson for the third out of the inning. So again, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. SoCal Hymes will swing the bat, looking to increase their 9-run lead here when we come back in the top of the 4th.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that.
Yeah, but I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know.
What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
We did. I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Janelle,
Yeah, so fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Top of the 4th here as Kaena Henderson, the shortstop, takes over on the bump. And we'll see who is playing shortstop once we get this quickly. So
Now
number
batting
2.
for SoCal Hymes, number 10, Lucas Fletcher.
So Lee moves over to second base. Or to shortstop, apologies. So JD Lawless is not batting. Will be due up next. Is that Renata playing in second? I think is what you saw.
I think that's what I saw in the binocular, Jonas. Number 7, Jay Renata, the starting pitcher.
Well, let me take a peek at that. I really need to learn how to use binoculars a little bit more. It's a little tough sometimes. I believe that's number 7. I'll trust you. I'll trust your judgment. You're a good broadcaster.
Well, I'm glad of that as Lawless pops one up the middle. The pitcher,
Now
Henderson,
batting
had to duck
number
to get out of the
7,
way, but
J.D. Lawless.
SoCal Hymes quickly has a base runner, and I accidentally said it was J.D. Lawless, but that's our batter right now.
It's now JD Lawless, so a lot of mismatching in this lineup. So it's 8-0. It was Lucas Fletcher who came in. And recorded a single.
The base runner was slow to get back, so Pakampara, the catcher for Hawaii, checked him, and it looked like from here he might get him until the batter, quickly got back.
We've seen a lot of back picks today from Pakampara, and I feel like as a catcher, one of the most electric plays you can have is a back pick.
Definitely, especially at first base. I feel like, someone just gets on and you send them back to the dugout. There's no better feeling defensively.
Absolutely, and it can actually feel like clear the pitcher's mind as well. You don't have to worry about another runner on base. The catcher is definitely helping out the defense. It'll be a 1-1 count with 1 out. As the kick and fire from Henderson. That one belted to the left center field gap. Will it fall? It will. Fletcher's going to round second, throw to third. Will not be in time. Lawless has a stand-up double, and Fletcher gets all the way to third base.
Now batting number 2, Jaden Shaw.
He goes to third.
I think Jaden Shaw's walk-up song is my personal favorite. Big Rocketeers fan.
I was literally just about to comment on how much I liked his walk-up song as well. I still think, though, my favorite is on NorCal Lenka. Don't quite remember who it is. I'm blanking on the name, but there's walk-up song was For Whom the Bells Toll.
Yep.
And something about hearing the bell as you come out to go hit is electric. That one's going to be fouled back for an 0-2 count with a runner on second and third with 1 out. Hymes still up by 8.
As the umpire will dust off home plate.
All laughs and smiles here. Nothing to dust off as we're on a turf field.
Yep. Mostly ceremonial.
It's a tradition in this old pastime as the kick and fire is going to be fouled back, and we'll do the 0-2 count all over again. Runners in scoring position for Jaden Shaw. He's going to look to drive them in. This is crucial, too. You only have 1 out in the inning. You can drop a bunt. Well, you can't because there's 2 strikes. That one's going to be laced, and it will not fall as Respicio camps under that. Runner's going to tag. And throw's not going to get to the cutoff man before Fletcher will get home and
now
score a run.
Number 12, Joaquin Happy Ramirez.
As Happy Ramirez will check back in once more, and it's a sac fly for Jaden Shaw. For the second out of the inning, it was.
And the pitch kind of bounced in front and off of the plate out of the catcher's reach, so he had to come up for it, but not before J.D. Lawless moves over to third base.
So Lawless gets over to third. And Ramirez takes that one, but catches the part of the plate. It'll be a 1-1 count. The pitch from Henderson. Falls in the dirt. Or in the turf, I should say. I feel like we can't really say falls in the dirt, because there is no dirt except on the pitcher's mound.
You're right there, Jonas. I know there's in turf fields those small pellets that they fill in, kind of give it some more cushion, but wouldn't count that as dirt.
I always hated getting those in your shoe. They're so annoying to get out as Ramirez pops that one. Center fielder giving chase. He's going to fall over his head.
That's 3 straight hits to that left center gap. SoCal Hymes really targeting their offense to...
Now batting number 1.
I wouldn't say the weak side of the outfield, but to that more vulnerable and wider open spot.
So I believe the score improves to 10-0 as Fletcher scored and Lawless scored. So it's now a 10-0 ball game. Catcher's going to come out, talk to them. I wonder if we're going to... Ask about rolling the inning. So Henderson gets that, kicks and fires that one. Going to be laced foul by Dillinger.
You know, it's almost, what's the analogy, a slippery slope when you get a lead this big and the bats just keep going for your opponent. If you're Team Hawaii, it's not only demoralizing, but you're out there for extended periods of time. It's getting hotter in the day now, second game here in Valley College.
And you can see on your screen the waviness of the heat. You can see the heat waves coming into effect.
77 degrees here currently.
So
mostly sunny, high 85. Thanks, Eric, for the weather check.
It's a beautiful day, though, for baseball. No other place I'd rather be. That one taken at the knees. It'll be strike number 2 for a 1-2 count. Apologies, 2-2 counts. As the pitch from Henderson taken low, it'll be 3-2. Ramirez safely retreats back to second. Thought about going, but Paccampara stayed down early. You also have, you're talking about that slippery slope. You also have cases like the Yankees last night, where, you know, the supposed winners of the trade deadline.
You would call them the winners of the trade deadline, Jonas, being a Yankees fan yourself, but I think that remains to be seen.
And we'll come back to that conversation, not because I'm a biased Yankees fan or anything, but because the inning's over. Hymes has a 10-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th here on the PBG Network.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
You did. All right. I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
We go to the bottom of the 4th here. And so we just got word. I believe the mercy rule is 10 by 5 and 5 by 6.
Why don't you explain that for us, Jonas?
So if you're up by 10 runs, that one taken on the outside part as Buenafe comes back out for his 2nd inning of work, and Riker Lee steps up to the plate. So if you're up by 10 runs in the 5th inning, after the 5th inning has included like a typical baseball game, then the team who's up by 10 will mercy rule the other opponent, and the game will be called and will be over. And in the 6th inning, it's the same, but you have to be up by 5.
Very clear and concise explanation, Jonas.
I just remember playing in Little League with the run rule being a thing where you can only score 5 an inning, so that way you can play as many innings as possible and make sure everyone gets an at-bat. Count falls to 3-1. Yes, that rule was explained to me by our wonderful producer, Will Lewin, who had his 21st birthday a couple days ago.
You've gotta be joking.
And I only say that because he gets mad at me for doing that, so I try to make it a point to do that every broadcast now.
Yeah, you're done, buddy.
As that one swung on, drilled to right field, Sanchez camping under it and retires Lee for the first out of the fourth.
Now
Bottom of the
batting
fourth.
number 9, J.J. Kalanui.
It's Kalanui. Step back up to the plate.
Just focus on the
So going back to the mercy rule explanation, basically, if Hawaii's still down or hasn't scored in their next at bat, then the game's over.
Yes, they have 5 outs to score 1 run. As that one gets fouled. It's almost like playing 21 outs when you're practicing high school, and I know that word sometimes, or that phrase will sometimes bring a little bit of trauma to high school ball players with 21 outs. And you have to make 21 clean outs consecutively without giving up an error. And if you give up an error, you got to restart all 21.
Sounds like Kobe Bryant taking shots. He'd have to make 100 before he went home from the gym.
I've heard something like that Mamba mentality. And my godfather was trying to teach me golf a couple years back, and he was saying how kind of the same program he has. I don't remember what his handicap is, so forgive me, but he would always teach me how he'd always do every single hole on the putting green, and he'd have to sink 3 consecutive shots for each, and if not, he'd have to start all over.
It goes back to what we were saying, the 10,000 hours to master any craft. It's all about repetition.
Now batting
So
number
Kalanui
8, Jaden Pakaria.
practices his vision at the plate as he draws a walk, so add another repetition to that one. As Vakarium will now get another plate appearance. Stroke out looking his first time at bat to start off the second inning. So a double play for Hymes here would be great. We're going to get a pinch runner as Andrew Respicio will come in. So that pitch going to be taken right down Broadway for ball number 1. Got a little bit too much of the plate. Home plate umpire calls that one a ball. Kicks and fires. That one going to slip away. And the pinch runner, we still don't have a name on yet. I believe it is Respicio, will advance to second.
They sub someone. They sub 4 or 10.
Kick and fire. That one is going to be taken below the knees for strike number 1. It'll be a 2-1 count. And that's kind of one of the things that has also played a pretty crucial role in this tournament is the umpiring. Zones being expanded and being tighter, and as a pitcher, that definitely can play a role, as well as even being a batter and with your pattern recognition.
Yeah, day to day, the strike zone seems to change, but it's a part of the everyday life of a baseball player. You're never going to have the same strike zone. As consistent as they strive to make it throughout the levels, you're going to have variations.
Takes that one up high. And speaking of strike zone and changing every day, what are your thoughts on the ABS system hopefully coming to MLB? Or not hopefully, but I believe Rob Manfred said he would like to have it in the MLB by next year.
By ABS, you mean robo-umps, right?
Not necessarily robo-umps, just the automatic ball strike system. As Picarium swings through that one.
Attention, please. New hitter for Team Hawaii, number 4, Jason Twining.
So no ABS system needed there as he goes down swinging. And Twining will come up to the plate to take his first swings.
Yeah, Jonas, personally, I think anything you can do to improve the game in terms of accuracy of the calls interests me, but I don't know. I think I'm a fan of the old school, and it would be a little bit concerning to see probably the most important part of the game being left up to, like AI or a computer.
Absolutely. There's a page on Instagram and Twitter called Umpire Scorecards. I'm not sure if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
But it's always fun to go back and see what their quote-unquote scorecard is, which is their accuracy of pitches called correctly. I think there's only been one perfect game in umpire scorecard history, and I believe that was Pat Holmberg in Game 2 of the Phillies-Astros World Series. That one's going to be a ground ball over to Gomez. Fires, not able to pick it. Run's going to go home. The throw is not in time, and Hawaii is on the board.
Your attention, please. Another new hitter for Team Hawaii, number 6, Cade Alvaro.
Yeah, Jonas, I think that perfect game between the Phillies and the Astros that you mentioned, the umpire that called that game and had that perfect accuracy rating, I believe he's no longer with the MLB now due to some gambling charges. So.
That is correct. There's actually quite a handful of players that are also being investigated for the suspension, or that are being investigated for
on
suspicion of gambling. That's the word I was looking for. I believe is it 2 pitchers, 2 relievers from the Guardians, I believe?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you their names right now at the moment, but it seems to be an issue that the league is looking into. If you're involved in any way with the sport of baseball, you probably shouldn't have any involvement with gambling on said sport.
I believe Emmanuel Clase is one of those names. And Luis Ortiz, I'm getting confirmation from our wonderful interns in the booth.
2-0 the count. Hawaii on the board. The mercy rule no longer a problem for them. As long as they can hold Hymes to 0 runs in the next inning.
Was the last ruling on a play, trying to see if it's a hit or an error. So it'll be E6.
Pass ball on the last pitch will bring up a walk for
your attention,
the batter,
please.
and
the third new hitter
runners
of the inning
on first and second.
Hawaii, number 20, Caden Grotto.
Caden Grotto replacing Villagracia. And a lot of subs going on right now. It's always good, though, for teams, like we said, repetition and at-bats. And I feel as you're trying to develop these players to get them to that next level, the best thing you can do is give them repetitions, good coaching, and give them quality at-bats.
Oh, yeah. It's also good for us here in the booth. It keeps us sharp, keeps us engaged. No game's really over, even with a score like the one we see on the scoreboard. Just got to pay attention and make sure everything that we are reporting is accurate.
And make another callback to last night's MLB games. Talk about, staying sharp in the game. You can put up 9 runs in the first inning and you can still lose 16-17 in the entire game. First time since 2006 that's happened, thanks to the Colorado Rockies against the Pittsburgh Pirates. As that one taken on the outer part of the zone. Lawless trying to set up outside. I actually don't believe Lawless is catching anymore. I believe it is Lucas Fletcher. So the pitch from Buenafe. Fall inside, and now bases are loaded.
Your attention, please. The fourth new hitter of the inning for Team Hawaii, number 12, Benjamin Respicio.
So Ben Respicio re-enters.
And for the first time this ball game, Hawaii's got bases loaded. Pass ball, and a run will score from third. It's now 10-2 Hymes, Hawaii.
Still no hit, though, and I actually believe there was a game between the Dodgers and the Angels sometime back in the early 2000s. I think it was the Angels who threw a no-hitter and still ended up losing in extra innings, but you can fact-check me on that if that's not correct. Was that in a minor league game? Or a spring training game, something like that. But it was back in the early 2000s, I do believe. So runners in scoring position. That one swung on and missed by Respicio. And the Respicio brothers are both playing right now as Ben Respicio. The righty swinger takes that one, and yet another hat falling off. Going back to that whole hat conversation, I actually don't think we ended up finishing that conversation because we had to go to a break, but I was talking with Bill Pickett, and I believe a couple of us were actually, and he was saying how they're going to look to get quality hats and a lot better hats next year. So that one's high. It'll be a 2-1 count. Because I don't think Bill is pleased either with the way that the hats have been falling off.
I mean, it makes for some pretty photo-worthy grabs, especially in the outfield, but there's moments where it could definitely be a hazard. You don't want your hat falling off while you're trying to track a ball in the sun, as another walk will load the bases for Hawaii.
Now batting number 7, Jaren Renata.
So Jaren Renata comes up. I think Kalani Urias is no longer hitting, so we'll cross him out. And if I need to come back and fix up the lineup, I will. But Jaren Renata step up to the plate in the 4th. Quick talking to, and
I like his walk-up song. I think that was Big X the plug there. Reppin' Texas.
You would be correct.
A moonshot to left field. Over the left fielder by a mile. He's going to clear the bases, but his coach held him at first, the throw coming in, but he'll trot into second after being literally the difference maker and driving in 3 runs. That was Jaren Renata.
It'll
Now
be a
batting
3-run.
Kaena Henderson.
A 3-run double. We missed the chance to say 10-4, good buddy, as they increase the score to 10-5, and Hawaii is right back into this ball game. Kaena Henderson will step up. Another pass ball, and Renata will get all the way down to third base. And I think John Sterling said it best, but that's baseball, Susan.
It is. You know, we mentioned Hymes' pattern of coming from behind usually for the win, and today they got out to an early and strong lead. And currently, you know, is it laziness? Is it, you know, just inattentiveness? Or is it just that Hawaii's really, like, hungry and coming back on their own accord? I don't know, but we have a ball game.
Winner of this will place 5th. The loser will place 6th. So that one's taken at the knees. It'll be a 2-1 count with a runner 90 feet away.
It could also be, you know, the broadcast jinx. We talk about a lead happening and a comeback, and neither or both will happen, but 3-1 quickly to the batsman
of Henderson. And I'm sure you were thinking it. I know I was thinking it, but I was curious on how long Hymes would take this combined no-no for. And that double was the first hit of the game for Hawaii. As Henderson draws the walk, we've batted through the order.
Now batting number 2, Riker Lee.
We talk about the position that Hawaii was in as this pitching change or mound visit occurs, but Hawaii never giving up, you know, after 4 scoreless innings, just come in and really get the bats going.
So, funny little ha-ha moment as former pitcher Ian Tagium comes out and delivers the mound visit. You can see a future MLB coach right there. Definitely has the walk for it.
The stride is there, the gait. I definitely see what you're seeing, Jonas.
You know, if any scouts out there are looking for managers for the MLB, got a guy right there. As the throw down is going to be held, and it'll be a defensive indifference.
The one thing I'll say is maybe the pace was a little too fast. Usually you want to draw those mound visits out as long as possible.
Especially when you're getting a guy warming up in the bullpen. Because of the new rules that have to deal with the relievers, and that one's going to be fouled back. And it'll be a 1-1 count. The slow walk to the mound, the slow walk back from the mound, generally gives the guy a little bit more time in the bullpen. And you can't stall a lot longer anymore because of the pitch clock. That one's going to clip the zone, and I don't think Lee liked that call. But you can't stall as much as you would anymore. You'd see guys, you know, earlier, before the pitch clock was introduced, they'd wait on the mound 30, 45 seconds just to give their guy some more time. That one's going to be drilled. Will it find the gap? It will. That will fall. Renata scores. Lee rounding second. The throw to third will not get there, as the slide is just a bit short.
Now batting number 9, J.J. Kalanui.
So Renata scores. And I believe Henderson scores there as well. And it's a 10-7 ball game.
Never count out those Island boys. They came from very far away, and they came to play.
So it's a sliding triple for Kiana Henderson as J.J. Kalanui re-enters the game. And that one on the outside corner. And folks, we have a ball game. And how can you not be romantic about baseball?
It's really tough, man, especially when you understand and know what's going on. You see what the thought process is before and after the play, and when the execution is there, you really can't help but look at that and smile.
Now, do you have a favorite play in baseball? That one laced on a line to center field, camping under it, will be Johnson, and they'll retire. But Hawaii claws their way out of the hole as they put 7 on the board. We'll give you time to think about your favorite play here. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 5th inning.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? Well, I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
We did. I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Welcome back to Valley College here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. We have SoCal Hymes and Hawaii playing. You missed a great last half inning. It's now 10-7, where it was 10-0 previously. New pitcher on the mound for Hawaii, J.J. Kalanui, the center fielder, coming in. Just a couple warm-up pitches still. We wait for the inning to get underway and for Jonas to make his way back to the broadcast booth.
Now batting number 8, Brian Strasburger.
Number 8, Strasburger will lead things off here for SoCal. Hymes tips his cap and sets both feet in the box. The windup, the delivery, and the swing, it's foul. 0-1. Really important time here in the game for Hawaii. If they want to keep the momentum, they need to keep Hymes' bats quiet. The delivery from Kalanui on the 0-1, and it's fouled again down the first base line for strike 2. Good position here if you're Hawaii's pitcher. Jonas back in the booth, Kalanui on the mound for the Islanders. As Strasburger hits his third foul ball, this time it'll be gobbled up for an out. 1 away.
And I think if you're Hawaii right now especially Kalanui, you
Phineas
know your offense is coming alive. We've obviously seen Hawaii and their high-octane and powerful offense. So we've seen that happen. And it was only a matter of time before they got going. So we'll see what happens as that one hits Kimbao.
Now batting number 16, Noah Danga.
And Noah Danga is going to come back up to the plate. Walk, score a run, and ground it out in his last 2 plate appearances. Also, the nice things about these constellation games is, yes, there may be a lot of subs, and the games are fun, but they're capped at 2 hours. Just because we have 5 games going on today, we cap them at 2 hours. The semifinals, though, are not going to be capped, and they will play for as long as they need to.
As long as they need to. That's kind of been the motto with these games. We've had a couple long, drawn-out 7-inning games, 8-inning games here the last couple days.
I think we had a 9-inning game on Wednesday that went... It's about 3.5 hours. It might have been 8. I think it was 8 or 9. It was very long.
Pitcher checks the runner at first.
Just remember the lights going out and Eric having to call his boss.
Yeah.
Turn him back on.
2-0 the count.
And last night Hawaii played in a late night thriller as that one went 8. They lost in extras. That was a thrilling game to be a part of. That pitch taken on the outside will be 3-0. As Danga draws the walk. Runners on first and second. For 2 straight 390s are given up. And Ian Tagiam.
Now batting number 3, Ian Tagiam.
Will come back up to the plate.
He already did, but somewhere else in the order. It doesn't make any sense.
That one taken right down Broadway for strike number 1. It'll be a 0-1 count. And weak contact ends this inning here. And as Hawaii, you want to get back up to the plate. You're hungry. You have that momentum shifting in your side. You don't want to give it up to Hymes at all. As kicks and fires, that one's going to be taken on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2. It'll be an 0-2 count. As Caden Grotto will end up going to third base. Kicks and fires on the outside part of the plate. It'll be 1-2. Think here if you're Kalanui, maybe you go breaking ball, something low in the zone to try and get them to roll over. Just a little outside. Maybe you can get that call from the ump and get a strikeout. I don't think that broke as much as he wanted it to. And it'll be a foul ball. We'll do it all again at 1-2.
I agree, Jonas, though. Like, you don't want him to get too much of the ball and be able to drive in some more runs, possibly increasing this deficit for you if you're Hawaii. But you don't want to give him something he can't hit. You know what I mean?
So fastball clips the outer part of the plate, and Ian
Now
tagging
batting number 11,
goes
Noah
down
Gomez.
looking for the second out of the inning. And Noah Gomez steps back up. This really has been a shootout on offense as Gomez fouls that one back. And it's crazy to think that just a half inning ago, we were talking about a mercy rule possibly coming in effect, and that completely changing.
Yeah, the broadcast booth jinx is in effect, not the mercy rule.
Absolutely. Back here in the Golden TV press box. That one swung on. I think that breaking ball just cut a little bit too much of the plate. Not enough, though, for Gomez to fully get around on it. Popped it up just a little bit. Looked a little late on it, too.
Pitchers count here, 1 and 2. One pitch could end the inning and bring Hawaii back to bats.
Oh.
And a hit by pitch is what happens instead.
So
literally
fastball.
Taking his helmet off. Jonas.
Now batting
what do you do if you're in that situation?
20,
Well, I've been in that situation, but not as the batter. And as the pitcher, it's not a good feeling when you hit someone in the head. And the ball just slips away from you, and you almost feel bad. I remember like going up to the kid after and apologizing and making sure he was okay. But then again, this was in Little League, but I did feel pretty bad about it. So I don't know as the batter, but as the pitcher, it's definitely not a fun feeling. So Kalanui now has to work out of some adversity as bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Was that Gomez that got hit? I mean, he wore it like a champ, though.
So that was Gomez.
Didn't even pause before making his way to first, and we have the bases loaded here with 2 away.
He kicks and fires that one. Popped up in foul territory, but still playable. Camping under it and dropping it was Twining. I believe that was Twining.
Now batting number 13, Brandon Davis.
Dropped it. Dropped it.
Oh.
A little bit of confusion here in the booth as our PA announcer, Will Lewin, thought he caught the ball.
I saw him run over here, and I was all like, oh, okay, cool. Brandon Davis is hitting, so let's announce him. Jesus Christ.
That one's going to get away, and Hymes is going to add one more onto their insurance.
Oh, I just want to kill myself.
That'll be 11-7. We get free Slurpees if this game ends in an 11-7 final?
Nope, it's 7-11, Jonas. Get it right. Last July 11th, you could have, though. Go to your local 7-Eleven and bring whatever container size you want and fill her up. 2-1 pitch.
That one swung on, drilled foul. It'll be a 2-2 pitch. That was a long strike. I think if that stayed fair, that would have driven in the other 2 runs.
I believe so. No doubter there. But he'll bring up a deuces wild scenario here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
With 2 on.
Deuces even wilder.
That one fouled back, and we'll have another deuces wild situation as we'll do it again. So watching some of the mini Filipino World Series over on the softball field, and one of the kids got a pitch and absolutely hammered it dead center, and he pimped the crap out of the home run. It was kind of fun to see.
We're doing a word check here in the booth, but the mini Filipino World Series, that's exciting. I never got to catch any of those games.
They were fun.
Is that the same age level as the Futures Series, or?
I honestly have no idea. The kids, I think, probably about 14U, 8 and 14U. is my assumption.
Yeah, I mean, from that you can tell we have a lot of action going on here at the Filipino World Series. Not just these consolation games, but also, the future series earlier in the week. Right now, what did you call it? The mini Filipino World Series.
Mini Filipino World Series.
So much baseball here in the Valley, as that ball was on his hands.
He foul tipped. They're gonna call it a ball. Looked like to me the umpire signaled a foul tip. I think did you see that as well?
Davis.
I tend to notice that whenever a catcher sells that third strike or the batter sells the fourth ball, sometimes maybe it's an ego thing. The umpire will not overturn it, but give them the opposite of what they're expecting.
So that one, we grounded up the middle. They're gonna not take the easy way out. The third and first will be in time, a 6-4 play, and that'll end the inning. But Hymes adds one more to their lead. When we come back, Hawaii will grab the bats and try to swing away from this 4-run deficit.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh, great. I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the fourth block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
We did. All right. I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
A little bit of confusion up here in the booth as we're not able to figure out who the new catcher is, but new arm on the mound as Lucas Fletcher takes his warm-up tosses with Katy Perry in the undertones. And,
last Friday night happening just yesterday. What did you do last Friday night, Jonas?
Well, I was here watching the Hawaii game when they lost to SoCal Avrahami, who will be playing next against NorCal Ube at 1 p.m. Pacific time for semifinal number 1. Semifinal number 2 here, Canada versus SoCal Rincover at 4 p.m. And the winner of those two will meet
Hawaii,
at 7 p.m. here
Jaden
at Monarch Field.
Pocarium.
Online will be Philippines-baseball.org for the championship game to decide who the Filipino World Series winner is. They'll get to lift the trophy, we'll get to give out the MVP trophy, and they'll get to get rings. It'll be a grand old time. You won't want to miss it. The games will be high offense, high defense. It'll be phenomenal baseball games.
High drama, too. The Mini World Series results, I'm just seeing them here. It was a 12U tournament, and Lil Lumpia took the tournament 5-0 over Young Ube's 12-under team. As the first pitch to the batter from Hawaii is a strike.
I believe that is Jaden Pocarium, who is the right-handed slugger that is up as he fouls that one back. The count will quickly fall to 0-2. Now, for those of you paying attention, that sounded bad. For those of you wondering, game started at 10:30, and now we do have a 2-hour cap. So there is 18 minutes left to play in this game. And it'll be a hard cap once they get to 12:30. They will cap it. So we'll set our timer for 17 minutes now.
You counting down the time, Jonas?
Are counting down the time because that's when semifinal number 1 will start, and it'll be very, very fun.
That's between SoCal Abrahami and NorCal Ube.
That is correct.
Looking forward to that game.
That one catches the outer part of the plate, and Pakampara knew it as he goes down looking on strikes to the first out of the bottom of the fifth.
Number 3, Liam Tully.
And I think if you're SoCal Hymes, you're trying to just kind of ride out this timer. You know you're not going to play 7 innings. You'll probably play 6 max, 5.5 max. So
no, I agree. The strategy of clock management would be to take your at-bats and the time you're on the field as long as possible to run the clock out.
Absolutely. I'm not sure how well versed you are with soccer, but when a team goes up by 1 or 2 and there's about 20 to 25 minutes left, they'll just park the bus and just waste time, albeit they'll make sure they don't get a yellow card for time wasting. But
park the bus meaning having 4 or 5 defenders in the back line.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And huddling around the corner and just keeping it. And almost a cruel game of keep away, as it is a 6-3 ground out.
Now batting Tully. Number 15, Lucas Tabuena.
Tabuena checks back in for the game. We're down to the final 15 minutes here. It almost feels banana ball-esque with counting down the time.
Still waiting on the batter with stilts to come out, but banana ball, it's actually funny. I happened to catch one of their games on at like 8 o'clock the other night against the Texas Tailgaters. Not sure what the score was, but I know that the Bananas won because they broke out their victory dance with the whole team in front of the pitcher's mound. Very fun to see with like an MLB style broadcast, as number 15 is going to ground out to the first baseman, who delicately steps on the bag and throws around the horn.
So you'll have to tell me more about banana ball during the break. But when we come back, Hawaii's going to try and cut into that deficit once more.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever like had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh,
Great.
I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know.
What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like seeing that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
New arm on the mound for Hawaii as Hymes is going to try and
now
lead
pitching for Team Hawaii,
their advantage.
Pakaria.
So Pacarium will come into pitch.
Now batting for Team SoCal Hymes, number 10, Lucas Fletcher.
And Fletcher will step up to the plate. We recorded the 3 up, 3 down.
What are you doing?
Someone get a picture, bro.
I think we have one of our own out there on first base.
Someone get a camera on him.
That one taken on the outside corner for ball. And so what seemed to be Teddy Briggs going down. That one taken on the outer part, going down to record content. He's now becoming a first base coach. So it's good to see him moving up in the world. He's mic'd himself up too. So I can't wait to see the content that comes out with that. It'll be a 1-2 count. He's smiling. I think he knows that he's on the broadcast, but definitely smiling and laughing about it. It's a fun time down here at the Filipino World Series.
Couple good claps there from Teddy. He's got the boys riled up. I think he might be the difference between SoCal Hymes taking home the victory and giving up the loss to Hawaii. We love you, Teddy.
And I'd love to see his emphatic calls. We'll see if we can get one here as that one swung on. And what is Mr. Theodore going to say? He's going to give a couple of emphatic claps as Fletcher reaches on base safely.
Now
It'll be a
number
single
7, J.D. Lawless.
for Lucas Fletcher, and J.D. Lawless comes up to the plate. And the umpire, you saw the hands going to the mouth a little bit. So there's a rule here. If you are on the bump and you come set, when you're on the rubber, it comes that you cannot go to the mouth or the lips or anything to lick your fingers to get extra grip. You have to be off the rubber. Otherwise, it will be an automatic ball.
Good catch there, Jonas. I was too focused on seeing how Teddy was doing over at first base, if he would collect, the batting gloves and the sliding mitt from the batter, but it looks like he's made no attempt so far. Gloves are firmly in the back pocket of the batter, or the runner, I should say, for SoCal Hymes. As
Runner
he goes,
it's going to be popped up, going to get over find the gap, and Lawless is going to dig for second as Fletcher rounds third. Briggs giving an emphatic call. Fletcher will score. Lawless will have a sliding triple, and it'll be 12-7.
Now batting
favor
number 2
of Team SoCal Hymes.
like I said, Teddy out there could, just shift the balance back in favor of SoCal Hymes.
I'm genuinely curious now how he got down there. Love to see that one. It'll be driven. A line drive catch. Nice snag.
See, that one he did
Now
have to
batting
elevate
number
for,
12,
but the last out
Joaquin
of the
Happy
last half inning,
Ramirez.
the outfielder for SoCal Hymes, I don't know if you heard me, but the last out for the last inning, SoCal Hymes' center fielder kind of gave a little hop when he didn't need to when he caught the ball. And just for me, I think that's one of those things that I really would recommend not doing. I mean, you're literally leaving the stability of your two planted feet. And, that time he did come up with the grab, but you may not be so lucky in the future.
So Happy Ramirez imitating a couple of baseball players here as he swings through that one. That one's going to be blooped into center field. Lawless will score. I'm not sure if you saw it on our broadcast here, but Ramirez did
Now batting
the
number 1
Soto
Dillinger
shuffle
Sanchez.
when that one was way outside, moving his bat around, and he has a RBI single.
If we can get a cam on Teddy, he's now got officially one Evo shield on the right forearm. We'll get that shot later after the 1-0 pitch to
Dillinger Sanchez. That one finds the outside half of the plate.
Who's next?
And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Looking solid with that Evo shield out there. Fits him well.
It does, I think that's a shoulder guard, but it does fit the forearm almost perfectly.
That one spiked down. And I'd love to hear what he's saying right now. I wish we could pipe him into the broadcast.
Happy
Runner goes in a late steal. The throw is not in time, and it's an early steal. No balk on that one as runner went.
Happy with the Are You Not Entertained Gladiator celebration. Classy one from the young man at second.
You know, this will probably come to a shock to a lot of people. I've never seen any of the Gladiator movies.
Well, Jonas, I'd like you to not tell me anything like that anymore, because it's quite frustrating when great art is not appreciated. But it just means that your first time to watch it is coming up soon, and I'm very excited for you.
We'll have to get your Instagram or your number, and
we'll have a watch party.
Have a watch party.
Date night with Philippines baseball.
That'd be a great YouTube series.
What a date night movie pick though. Two guys would pick Gladiator. Foul ball. It's a full count here for the batter.
I feel like it'd either be like Gladiator or some sort of Tarantino movie.
Or, you know, Formula One's out, the new Brad Pitt movie.
It's a very good movie. As you're gonna get run down in a pickle, Ramirez gets tagged. Will be picked off for the first out.
Some pitcher-on-pitcher crime there. Ran him down from the mound all the way to the bag, just about. Happy getting a little too excited out there.
A little too happy.
A little too happy.
Dillinger Sanchez now has the chance to record the third out. And that one goes down looking, so Hawaii will have the last chance to score 5 runs. We'll see when they call the game when we come back here to the Golden TV broadcast booth.
All right, ready? Was it a father talking to his son, or was it a chef finding something special in somebody with a promise?
Wow, no one has ever asked that before.
I ask great questions, right?
That's good.
But you still want to push on. Why is that?
That's a good question.
You get that a lot too, like mom crushes. Have you ever had, propositions? Am I the only one asking about this?
No, yes.
See? I'm a good interviewer.
This is like the most fun I've had at an interview.
Thank you. You're asking a lot of questions that most people don't ask, so I really enjoyed this interview.
Oh, great. I love that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And then you can take that straight to break. Okay. All right. Now, this is the 4th block.
Okay. You're so good at this.
I know. What?
She's like, okay, we're on the next block. We're on the next block. Cue it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I felt the same as my children when their voice was not being heard and my voice was not being heard either. I was grateful that you listened to our story.
It gave me goosebumps just like saying that.
Thank you so much again. You guys were fun. I hope you enjoyed this.
We did. I feel like we can talk longer and longer.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for having us.
So, Janelle, thank you.
So fun. Such a fun interview.
Thank you, Janelle. It is an honor for me to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you, Janelle.
Bottom of the 6th here, and this call to the bullpen is sponsored by Galpin Motors as Noah Denga set to take the bump here. With not much time being remaining,
Now
and Hawaii
for
has
Team Hawaii, number 11,
probably
Matt
3 outs,
Villagracia.
give or take. Score 5 runs as Villagracia steps up to the box. The right-handed slugger is going to try and keep this game at where it is.
Well, if they can do it anything like the bottom of the 4th where they scored 7 runs, Jonas, Hawaii certainly could get those 5 runs, but with 5 minutes remaining, that time element is
not on their side, so I'd be curious to see if they call it right at 12:30. What happens with that is that one swung on, drilled to left field. That one's going back, looking up at the track, falls. Villagracia's gonna stay at second base. 6-7 celebration.
Number 10, Andrew Respicio. Respicio.
He has a stand-up leadoff double.
That was
Chance to change this game.
Davis on the play also losing his hat. I think if we had a counter, it'd be like 3 lost hats on play, if that's a stat.
New stat with like cheeseburgers eaten before the game with runs in before the game. Stats are getting very interesting in the MLB with all the advanced stats as that one's taken on the outer half of the plate.
HLOP, hats lost on play. 1 for Hawaii, 2 for Hymes. So we're going to kill that stat right now with the 0-1 pitch coming in.
No more HLOP for you?
Nope. Done as soon as I invented it. It's done. It's over.
As one of the Respicio brothers steps into the box. Takes and fires. That one's going to find the gap. They're going to send Villagracia home. The throw home is not in time. No rundown ensues as Villagracia quickly retreats back to third and runners at the corners with no outs.
I believe that was Sanchez coming in from
now batting
shallow
number 1,
right
Frank
field to
Balani,
make
Urias
that
the fourth.
rocket of a throw to home to keep the run from scoring. Great play there from the right fielder.
The full legal name, Frank Polani Urias the fourth, comes up to the plate.
Like I said, call him Quattro.
Quattro looking to make this game big as the pickoff move. The throw to second will be not in time. The throw down to home will not be thrown. And so it's a double steal. And Hawaii gets another run on the board.
It's 13-8. Bottom of the 6th.
So 12:30 just hit. We'll see if they kill this game right now.
You can't do that. Not in the middle of the comeback. Come on, Blue. Couple calls for
Pitch
them
from
to
Danga.
kill it coming from inside the booth, and can't say I agree. I love baseball, and I wish every game to go to its maximum extent for the boys, you know?
For the boys. Got to do it for the program as Danga looks in, gets a sign for the 1-0 count. That one high. It'll be 2-0.
Love a good Polynesian scream coming from the Hawaii side of the stands. Great culture they have in the Pacific Islands. Very hype. I'd be hyped too if I could witness a comeback from my team of this scale.
Danga steps off. And Respicio is going to quickly retreat back. I think they're going to finish this half inning out and then kill the game. So he kicks and fires. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw down to third is bobbled. So we have another stolen base.
I kind of lost not the ball, but the third baseman's glove against the red turf here at Monarch Field. And so did he.
As Urias comes up to the plate, 3-0. Inside for ball. Apologies, that was the 2-1. It'll now be a 3-1 count. Pitch from Danga, taken low at the knees, and he'll walk. And a couple of calls from inside the booth to call the game.
Benjamin Respicio.
We'll see what happens here as Respicio comes in to hit for Renata.
Respicio's walk-up song, win by 8 RO8.
This pitch from Danga, the back pick, not able to go. So we actually have the man, the myth, the legend, Teddy Briggs. Teddy, tell me how you got down there to first base.
Well, Hymes told me he needed a guy over there, and he said he was too tired to call any plays or anything, call any steals, so he gave me full control. Get down there, number 10 was on base. I said, second pitch in this at bat, you run no matter what. And I looked at JD, the hitter, and I said, give him a little hit sign. 10 takes off. JD smokes one to the gap. 10's not scoring on that thing unless I tell him to run. I am first place coach of the century. Give me coach of the year. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, thank you, Teddy. It's always great to hear from a great coaching legend such as yourself. As he promptly exits the booth.
We should just go ahead and give Teddy the Lad Panisse Most Valuable Player trophy right now.
Absolutely. Give him the Filipino World Series trophy. He's the real champion here. As Danga delivers the steal. And Urias reaches second on a stolen base. And we're going to need a mound visit. So I'm surprised they're not ending the game right here. I think some discussion between the umpires.
What do you think they said on that mound visit? Just run the clock out. 2 minutes, buddy. 2 minutes. Check your hat, take your glove off, do whatever you got to do.
Try and regain your composure. You have 2 runners in scoring position. And I wonder if the next out is going to be the last. And we'll see if Dinga can recover it here as he gets a sign in. Kicks and fires. That one's going to be grounded foul.
Umpire got a hole in his pocket. Quickly recovers. Jonas is on play-by-play commentary for the game, but I'm on play-by-play for the umpires' bloopers, just to keep it interesting.
Umpire fields are always fairly interesting to watch, as that one taken in the dirt. It'll be a 3-1 count.
Good stop there by Kim Bao behind the plate.
So Respicio might have a chance to load the bases in the tying. You know, it wouldn't be the tying run. Not quite yet.
They need 5 more to tie.
5 more to tie. That is correct. Bases loaded. We'll put them at 12 if all 4 score. So the 12th run comes up to the plate.
Now batting number 5, Kaena Henderson.
So Henderson will come up, and I'm curious when they're going to call this game.
We all are, Jonas. We're just so excited to get on with the day. I mean, we love to see Hawaii and SoCal Hymes battle it out, but we do have, 3 more games to get to today.
Arguably the most important games, too, with the semifinals coming up.
Game 1 at 1 p.m. Pacific and Game 2 at 4 o'clock. Who are we going to see in those games?
So Game 1 will be Avrahami versus, that one's popped up. It's the backstop and go to a 1-1 count. It'll be Avrahami and Ube, as you can see in the corner over there by the turtle batting cage. Baby blue and purple. Arguably one of the best jersey matchups I think we'll see all week. And later in the evening, it will be Canada and SoCal Rinkover. I knew it was a SoCal team. I wanted to keep saying Hymes for some reason, but we're seeing Hymes play right now. As that pitch from Danga taken low with the knees will be a 2-1 count. That one swung on, drilled to left center. That's going to fall and find the gap. 1 run will score. Other one being waved around home. Henderson going to 3 to throw will not be in time. Urias scores. Respicio scores. I mean, a 2-run ball game.
Now batting number 2, Riker Lee.
So Riker Lee steps back up to the plate. It's an RBI triple.
Like I said, the boys from Hawaii came to play. They're not going down without a fight, even with the clock run out on them here.
So the tying run is at the plate now. I'm curious if they'll let this one play out. As the pitch drilled on. Is that going to find the hole? Shortstop throws it over. Throws not in time. He's safe. He dropped the ball as well. Henderson will score. It'll be E6 on the
Now
play.
batting number 9, J.J. Kalanui.
And the winning run is at home plate right now. As Kalanui will step up. So the tying run, Riker Lee at first. Kalanui at the plate.
You got to think maybe SoCal Hymes saw that clock or knew and was aware of where we were in the day and just took their foot off the gas defensively. Hawaii also doing their fair share. I mean, you can't put that many runs on the board without putting the bat on ball.
So 7 in the 4th and 5 in the 6th. As that one's taken high, it'll be a 2-0 count. So the pitch from Danga. Runner goes. Swung on, fouled back. Runner will have to retreat the 90 feet. And the count will be 2-1. So Lee leading off as Danga disengages. You have to think if a ball is hit deep, you think they send him home to try and get the win?
At this point, you should. I mean, the game's practically over on the schedule. And I think the reward in this case is victory and the risk is a loss, which you were already on the fence or on the doorstep of just an inning ago. Go ahead and send him home.
So Danga looks in, fires. It'll be outside, runner goes, and it'll be a walk.
Probably the biggest pimped walk I've
Now
seen.
batting number 8, Jaden Pacarium.
So Jaden Pacarium will step up to the plate.
He's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts, looking to make his impact right now where it matters most.
And a deep ball hit wins the game as that one is up and behind him. Thought it got away from Danga.
Great ability to catch that ball, even though it came over the batter's head on the glove side, but harder grab for any kind of catcher.
Absolutely. Danga now gets the sign, kicks, fires. Big swing there from Pacarium. Looked like he wanted to end the game right then and there. Kicks and fires, runner go, double steal. The throw down to third is not in time, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Winning run in scoring position now. As we're going to get a mound visit here. So Hawaii, after not getting the walk-off victory last night, could walk it off here. It's a 2-1 count. That one swung on, drilled to left field, looking back at the wall. There it goes! See ya!
There really is no bigger moment than this to hit a home run. Even in a consolation game, the feeling of putting one over the fence with the bases nearly loaded, runners on third and second, and for the win as well. What a feeling to be on Team Hawaii right now. Hey,
It's
Jonas.
a walk-off 3-run home run for Jaden Picarium. 3 RBIs to cap off the day. And after going 0 for 3,
Jaden Picarium walks it off for Team Hawaii against Team
Scores
SoCal
3
Hymes
home
by a
runs.
total score of 15-13.
And the crazy part is, back in the bottom of the 4th inning, we were just talking about the mercy rule while Hawaii was down 10-0. They come back and score 15 runs in 3 innings. What an absolutely insane story. And Jaden Picarium calls game a walk-off 3-run moonshot.
My name's Henry Harrison.
I'm Jonas Tawney. We thank you for tuning in to the consolation matchup here. We'll be back with the semifinal matchup between Avrahami and Ube at 1 p.m. You won't want to miss it. The winner of that will get to the Filipino World Series and face the winner of Team Canada and Team SoCal Rinkover. So from everyone at PBG, we say thank you, and we'll catch you guys in the next game here at 1 p.m.
Hi guys! Welcome to So Janelle. Ito po ang inyong programa na nagbabahagi ng mga kwento ng immigration and representation.
They recognize that I also am Filipino, and they want to celebrate that, which is so amazing.
People like me and Filipinos and AAPI all get an equal opportunity at showcasing their talent.
I didn't really know that I wanted to be an actor right out the gate. We just did them on a whim, and you never know where they lead you.
If this could very well possibly be the first time that every single member of this company will be of Filipino descent.
The Sequoia is now exclusively as a hybrid.
Wow!
Yes.
And that is why Toyota now offers America's largest lineup of electrified vehicles. Well, of course, Toyota makes it easy, right?
I think that's our slogan. Well done.
Yeah. And that's why here in the show, as we celebrate Haven and Venita, we're also celebrating one of our partners, East West Bank. But you know what's hotter, juicier, tastier than ever before? McDonald's classic burgers are hotter, juicier, and tastier than ever before.
What is your favorite day of the week?
Friday!
Really? Why?
Because on Fridays, there's Free Fries Fridays.
Free fries?
Yes.
I want free fries.
Yes.
No way!
What do you think will the Filipinos be drawn to here in Sky River Casino? You're here at Pechanga Resort Casino, once again on the list of USA Today's 10 best. Is it time for the dragon song? Yeah. Pretend you're a dragon and let it out. Ha, ha, ha! Yay!
It happened within a span of, I would say, less than 10 minutes.
I think we were targeted.
We should face this battle head on together as a community. As an immigrant though, what was it like for you?
What was my job? I was a caregiver manager.
I was at a point of like, this is basic life stuff. I shouldn't be complaining at all, but I just couldn't do it the way that they do it back home.
They see Jollibee as a success. More than that, they don't know that there's a Filipina president, leader at the helm of it.
I mean, in this book, I share the most vulnerable parts of who I am that in some instances were so triggering to write, but I knew it was a powerful thing to share.
And I hope today's story proved to be inspiring and encouraging and just truly amazing, because that's what we are all about. I'm your host, Janelle So, and this has been So Janelle.